Okay, I am going to do 18, 19 and 20 of a paper from 2020, the non-calc. So x is proportional, let's try that again. X is proportional to y, the root of y, and y is greater than 0. So y is increased by 44%, work out the percentage increase in x. So let's put an easy square number in. So say x equals root 100. Okay, so that's y equals 100. Then x would equal 10. Now, if we increase 100 by 44%, that would be adding on 44% in this case, so that would be 144. So 100% plus 44% equals 144%. So this one's quite easy. So now we can do x equals root 144. So now x equals 12. And the percentage increase is going to equal, we're going to go over the original. So it's going to be 12 minus 10 over 10, which is 2 over 10. So that equals 20%. And you can kind of do all of that without actually needing a calculator, which is the point because it's a non-calculator. Right, f and g are functions such that fx equals that and gx equals that. Right, find g of 5. So we take gx, and if the 5 is next to the x, it means we use it as the x. So we put in 3, 2 times 5 plus 1, that's going to be that bit and then that bit, but you know that from bod maths. And that is going to be 3 times 10 plus 1, which is 3 times 11, which is 33. Now, we're going to do the g f of 9. So this one's going to be slightly more complicated because it means put the 9 into the f and then put your result into the g. So we're going to start off with f of 9 equals 12 over root 9, which equals 12 over 3, which equals 4. Now we're going to take the 4 and put it into g. So g of 4 equals, and then we just do 3, 2 times 4 plus 1 equals, and that would be 3 times 8 plus 1, which, as we know, is 3 times 9, which is 27. And now the final thing is find the backwards, the inverse of g. So g is 3, so we know that g of x, actually I'm just going to use that, equals 3, 2x plus 1. Now we'll make g of x y, and then we're going to try and find this so that we get x on its own. So we're going to now expand the brackets, so 6x plus 3. Y minus 3 equals 6x. And so y minus 3 over 6 equals x. So that means that g minus 1 of x equals x minus 3 over 6. So what does the answer, what do we get if we put 6 into that? So if we go g to the minus 1 of 6 equals, so that's 6 minus 3 over 6, which is 3 over 6, which equals a half. Okay, and this one. Right, show that root 180 minus 2 root 5 over 5 root 5 minus 5 can be written a plus root 5 over b. So we're going to start off, I don't always do this, but you can just list at the side your square numbers, because sometimes these are helpful. I don't know how much further I'd go. I'd probably go up to 64, you know, 100. So what divides into 180? Well, 36 does. And 36 it goes in 5 times because 180 is half 360. So we could say root 36, root 5, minus 2 root 5, over 5 root 5, minus 5. And then that makes that 6 root 5, minus 2 root 5, over 5 root 5 minus 5, and that's 4 root 5 over 5 root 5 minus 5. Now you could say, gosh, Katie, you haven't really solved any problems because you haven't rationalised the denominator, but I have solved one little problem. So now let's rationalise the denominator, which we do. We have to use the opposite of 5 root 5 minus 5, which is 5 root 5 plus 5. And then we use 5 root 5 plus 5 on the top as well. So we times that by that and that by that. Now, this means 5 root 5 minus 5, 5 root 5 plus 5. Now, it means we lose all of the this times this isn't just going to happen. So 5 root 5 is 25 times 5. And plus 5 times minus 5 is minus 25. Now we could do minus 5 times that and get minus 25 root 5 and plus 25 root 5, but we know that those are going to be eliminated. So on the bottom we get 125 minus 25, which we know is 100, so I'll make that there. Now, on the top, we get 4 root 5 times 5 root 5. So that's 4 times 5 is 20, and root 5 times root 5 is 5. That's 100. And then 4 root 5 times 5 would be plus 20 root 5. So we still have that. Now, on the bottom's 100, so that's 100. And that's plus 20 root 5. That is very annoying. That was exactly what I don't want. So we got it to the point where we were on 100, and then we had 100 plus 20 root 5. And that would break down to 1 plus, and that's 1/5. So that would be root 5 over 5. And that is your answer.